Welcome, members of the Greater Milwaukee Association of Realtors, and welcome to another adventure of Scott Bush from the Park Bench. And here we are today to talk about politics right after a contentious election. But I also want to talk about why politics are so important for our members and our association on a local, state, and national level. So our guest today, I'll start with Amy Curler, and Amy Curler is a manager of First Weber. And Amy has done so many things for all of us, and she's a past chair of the Greater Milwaukee Association of Realtors, past director, been on, and still is on the Professional Standards Committee. She's the incoming chairman for the Wisconsin Realtors Association. And Marty, am I missing anything? Amy, am I missing anything?
Yeah, she's also been a chair of our Realtors Political Action Committee. She serves on the Public Policy Committee here at the GMAR.
Mm-hmm. So Amy has really been giving of her time and talents to all of our members, and we greatly appreciate that. Also, Marnie. Marnie is a registered lobbyist and our governmental affairs director here at GMAR. And Marnie, you've been with our association for how many years? 20 plus?
20 plus.
20 plus.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
So, politics. I've had members tell me we should get out of politics. They don't want us involved in politics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nothing could be further from the truth. I think one of the main reasons we exist today is because of politics. It's because we want to support good laws and defeat bad laws, and we want to support candidates who we believe are detrimental and important for the real estate industry. And are we a Democratic organization, or are we a Republican organization, or are we independent? I'll start with you, Amy.
We are neither. We are independent. We definitely take a look at candidates and how they feel about housing, how they feel about home ownership, what their voting record is on issues like that. And those are the candidates that we then, on the local level and on the state level, sit down and interview. We ask them questions. We don't care about social issues. We don't care about what side of the aisle they are on. But we ask them about how they feel about housing issues, homeownership issues, peer rights, and sometimes small business issues, because we are small business people. And after those interviews, we really sit down as committees and analyze who is the best candidate for homeownership. And those are the candidates that we endorse. Mm-hmm. We've endorsed both Republican and Democratic candidates. We have just Tammy Baldwin have endorsed her recently, and some others.
And I'll add to that just to say that we do have members on both sides of the aisle. I have some members who are very strong Democrats who don't like that we've endorsed some Republicans, and flip that around. Some Republicans who don't like the Democrats we've endorsed. And we can always hold tight to, if those Democrat or Republican, if they're good on our issues, that's what we have to care about. That's what, when I'm wearing my lobby hat for all of you, I'm wearing the real estate hat. So we can sleep good at night knowing that.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's been so many times where I have seen on our social media pages, somebody will have an event or an activity, and somebody will say, I'm pulling back because that realtor association is a Republican organization, or that real estate association is a Democrat organization. Absolutely not true.
Right.
Right. What's our position on abortion?
We don't have one.
Good.
We don't have one. Or gun rights. We don't have one.
We don't have one because we only focus on real estate related issues, private property rights issues. Mm-hmm. So that's the most important lesson I think that we can get out to our members today, so that they have a thorough understanding of that. Marnie, you were saying too, we've supported Gwen Moore. Mm-hmm. Democrat, because she serves on some pivotal housing committees on a national level, and she will call us directly to say, what do you guys think about this bill, right?
She just called Mike and I last week. We were on the phone with her for 20 minutes talking about...
Mike Rzyk, our president.
Talking about real estate issues. And we have a really good relationship built with Gwen, and with with everybody in Congress. And our 132 legislators.
Yeah. I've had the pleasure of joining Marnie on Capitol Hill to interview with Gwen Moore and Scott Fitzgerald. So again,
Right.
both sides
of the aisle.
and really find out their opinions and helping us. How can they help us? And both of those people have.
I think it's important for our members to know that people like Amy and other volunteers, we truly stand on the shoulders of those who have come before us, who have fought these battles in the trenches, defeating bad laws and supporting good laws, because a lot of our members out there, they may not realize that they're able to practice real estate in this marketplace without what we believe were unnecessary hindrances, such everything from municipal licensing. Some municipalities wanted to have licenses just to practice real estate in municipalities. That's really nothing more than a fee grab. What are some more, just to throw some out?
Yes, so one of them that was very local to our Milwaukee Association was code compliance.
Code compliance.
And some people who are newer won't even know what that was, and that's because of us and the partnership with WRA.
That's right.
We had Jackson, Shorewood, and Glendale, I believe. All of those municipalities would charge a seller after an offer was accepted, price agreed upon, home inspection done, any repairs, prices agreed upon. The municipality would come in and they would go through and inspect and say, well, in order to transfer your property, you also now have to complete these things, with an additional cost. And the seller had no right to say no.
Right.
We didn't think that was fair. Like, this is not any of their business. This didn't have to do with turning a property at a point of sale.
Correct. So in 2015, we went to then Senator Alberta Darling and I forget who else in the state assembly, and we worked on changing this law and getting it passed so that there is no longer a time of sale requirement.
And this
That's a
only
huge
scratches the
victory.
surface. They can get more information about this on the website, or
Yes.
Marty, you might know. On GMA's website, or Governmental Affairs Wisconsin Realtors Association. This only scratches the surface. In the interest of time, it's more important that you know that these activities are going on behind the scene, but there's probably about 100 of these rules or laws that have been defeated because of our efforts to allow you to practice real estate without these unnecessary hindrances. Probably the most, this is probably the most bizarre one that I recall. The city of Milwaukee wanted to have an ordinance where all real estate transactions had to be videoed. They had to be recorded at the expense of the realtor. Okay?
I forgot about that.
And they also, there's also been, your income is also, it's also taxable, right? Well, there's also been at times proposals to put additional taxes on your commissions, and so the list goes on and on.
Right.
But
Defeats and also creates. We've had some legislation
that we've created,
that we've written
sure,
to protect homeowners. So
yeah, exactly. So, Marnie, Realtor and Government Day is coming up.
Yes. Realtor and Government Day is our annual pilgrimage to Madison, where I think we have roughly about 250 GMAR members who join realtors from across the state in Madison. We hear from WRA about the issues that we want to discuss with our legislators. We break out to the Capitol and meet with, in the case of the greater Milwaukee area, 37 legislators, a lot of whom are new in this last legislative cycle. And we sit down and talk with them about what's important to us. It is a really worthwhile day. We have a free bus that takes you to and from Madison. Please consider joining us if you aren't already registered. It's April 17th, which is coming up pretty quick.
Which I'll have to give that another plug and shout out. So thanks for the bus ride. But that's how I got involved in the beginning, is that I had a past AE who said, hey, Amy, you should jump on the bus and check out Realtor Government Day. And I won't say how many years ago that was, but it was a bit ago.
We're glad you got on the bus.
I got on the bus and I've been involved ever since.
Glad you got on the bus that day. You've been involved ever since. And I challenge you to add up how many hours you've given back to our association. We are all indebted to you. So you hear us talk about RPAC, Realtors Political Action Committee. And there's an RPAC auction coming up, Marnie. Can you tell us a little bit about that, or Amy?
I sure can. May 1st is the annual Kettle Moraine Council Realtors Political Action Committee auction. It's a live auction. We have amazing items that you can bid on. It's a great way, if you're already going to contribute to the Direct Giver program, this is a great way to get something for that contribution. It's a really fun night. It's May 1st, and there will be information on our website about it. Amy, anything to add?
Yeah, no, it's a really, you can sign up through the website and there's a link on your email that you get the weekly update. It's a ton of fun, so that's the first reason to be there and network with people. But if you want to give to RPAC to help support all of these things we're talking about, this is a great way to do it. Being a direct giver, as Marnie mentioned, does give you some control over those funds, which is really nice. As a realtor, I like that because there are certain candidates that I maybe want to go to an event that they're hosting or, put money towards something that they're doing. That allows me to do so. So $100 is the minimum for a direct giver, but either way, it's a great time. Come check it out.
Well, ladies, thank you very much for being my guest in the park today on the park bench.
You're welcome.
And I'd like to thank you very much. Any parting remarks?
Just don't be afraid of politics and all of the things that go along with that. It's a lot of fun if you get immersed in it. And again, when you're wearing your realtor hat, it's nonpartisan.
Yeah.
So.
And another event coming up May 7th, there's a summit that's partnership with WRA and GMAR. Lots of issues they're diving into there too with housing in Milwaukee. So come check that out.
All right. Thank you, ladies, very much. Again, I'm your host, Scott Bush. You're not yet quite retired person on the park bench here. So thank you very much.
Thank
you.